The words that follow are a love song performed by an ocean and a volcano. It's an ode to first-year teachers and the immutable properties of tattoos. The most beautiful woman that I've ever seen has a tattoo on one of her feet. It says, "Stand up and walk after me." She has eyes like moth's wings. She has skin the color of the beaches on Oahu, but she is even more fun to roll around in. You can't tell just by looking at her where her parents come from, but she's cut from cloth from Africa, Seminole America, England, Polynesia, Germany. Like the 5 main islands of Hawaii, she is a pretty bouquet of flowers. And ever since I've known her, she has wanted to be a teacher because she wouldn't be who she was without hers. She has walked through many lives and it has taken time. Now, where I'm from and learned to love, there are 5 lakes that look like oceans. She wore sandals when she walked the beach of Lake Superior, so I asked her, what does that mean? Those words written on your feet, "Stand up and walk after me." She looked across the water to a place I couldn't follow and she said, "It's a verse from a book of faith I've lost. A river that I've walked through, have no intention of returning." See, that's that trouble with tattoos. They are ink written onto flesh like embers, carved into stone, like lava cooled into obsidian. We wrote love letters on calligraphy, and in comment boxes on MySpace, I climbed her up my top 8. We exchanged changes in moods and statuses. Mine was a revolving carousel of Ani DeFranco rhymes, and hers was simply always, "It takes time." Like, depending on how you count it, it took her 3 years to be a teacher. I mean, 7 if you include her undergraduate, or 15 if you start from that moment in her 10th grade English class where she started to use her own voice. 26 years if you include the imprint of her first day in kindergarten when a boy asked her name and she was so shy she could only respond by crying. It's been 31 years since she listened to her mother sing her songs inside the womb. It takes time for mountains of fire to push islands up through miles of lightless ocean. It takes time for oceans to tussle islands down into mountain. It takes time for oceans to tussle islands down into farmland and families and memories. And it takes time for glaciers to melt their legs into lakes as big as oceans. It takes time to trust any lover, to trust the words written beneath our feet. Because some of us must learn to walk off the paths our fathers showed us. And it takes time to pack up altars to our once familiar gods, just like it takes time to say goodbye to any place we've come from. The women who raised us, who brushed the tangles from our hair and remembered our names inside of their prayers. See, the song of the ocean is a slow one. It's a song like a dove coming off of an ark, looking longingly for land, looking for someone to stand up and walk after, but God keeps his promises. Aloha, breath of life, wind at her back, flower in her hair. It's been 8 years since I've met her, and this is her first semester teaching. Every morning she leaves the apartment with 5 preps in her backpack and 1 tattoo still on her foot. Sometimes she doesn't believe that the light inside her is bright enough, and she burns it from walls that look like prisons, but it takes time for the gods of our grandparents to burn down into ashes, and for the goddess that has always been inside us to stand up. I know 5 classrooms full of flowers that will stand up and walk after, and it will take time, but everything does.